Hello, welcome to A Teaching Time with Tim. My name is Tim Burning. I'm a teacher. I teach chemistry and physics. Right here we got some magnetism. But one thing that I've found over my 20 years of teaching is it's not the content, it's the person that I'm trying to teach. It's the person I'm trying to impact. And one thing I'm really trying to push for in my classroom is to help people understand what they believe and how what you believe will affect the person you are and who you will become and the reality that you live in, okay? And so everybody has different beliefs about different things, and I'm going to use myself for an example and what I see in class. And sometimes I see in class, being chemistry and physics, it's very math-based, and we get to a problem, and a lot of kids might say, I can't do it, I won't do it. And my first question is, why? And they say, well, I'm not good at math. And I'll say, why is that? And they would say, back in 5th grade, this was my teacher, this was my situation. And I'm always amazed at that because I'm like, that one situation completely changed your belief on yourself? I said, that's crazy. I said, why does one situation affect you so much? And then they will talk a little bit more about it and that they're always not good at math. And what I find out is they don't have belief in their abilities. They don't have confidence in themselves. And here's my story on when I did not believe something. So when I was younger, I was always in the Sparrow reading group. So the Sparrow was my group of readers, and my other groups in my classroom, you had the Eagles, you had the Falcons, you had the Hawks, and maybe you had even some other kind of raptor. And if you think about a sparrow compared to those other raptors, it's not a very strong bird, and I wasn't a very strong reader, okay? And I did not want to read. Okay, because I thought I wasn't a strong reader. I would tell myself, I can't read. I can read a sentence, but a book, can't do that, all right? And over time, that is my mindset I had. In high school, I would read a couple pages, skip a couple pages. That's just the way it went for me. It never clicked. And then when I was 19 years old, I was in a dorm room at Loras College, and I never read a book for fun before, but I got this book called A Time to Kill by John Grisham, and I decided to read it. And I wanted to read it because I heard about it. And so this is the first time I wanted something. And so I started to read it. I'm like, wow, this book's making sense. It's playing like a movie in my head. I said, how come I never thought of this before? And I never gave myself a chance to think like that. And so what I did then is I just kept reading more. I tried to read more and more every day. I just could not put this book down. I never understood why people could not put a book down, and you just get so engrossed into the story you believe it. And so I kept doing it, and I kept reading it, and I loved it. And after that, I wanted to try another book. And after that, I wanted to try another book, and another book, and another book. And soon, I got out of the mindset of, hey, I can't read that. Hey, I can read, and I'm a pretty good reader, and I'm doing okay. And that gave me the mindset to believe that I will read more, and that I'm a successful reader. And so I went from a position of way down here thinking, I won't, I can't, I will not, to let me read 2 books a week. Let me read a book every month, And it's the belief I had in myself, but it took time. 19 years before I read my first book, and right now I'm 46 years old, and I've been reading ever since and loving it. And I share that story with the kids I teach because people have to understand that what you believe is holding you into this world. It's holding you into this mindset of this is all there is for me. When really, if you try something a little more, or if you wonder, how can I? Or if you talk to somebody that's doing what you someday might want to do, it will change your mindset. And once you figure out what you want, you start thinking about how you're going to get it. You start trying to get it. You understand that you can get it, and then you get to the point where you got it, and that is success. And then you cycle over again because you want to keep going, all right? Eric Thomas has a little thing called, I can, I will, I must, right? First of all, you have to think, I can do it. Then you got to tell yourself, I will do it. Then you must do it. So the mindset that you have and the belief you have for yourself for any situation in your life, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your finance, all right? Your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual wealth. That is the belief you have. And remember, that is just one little aspect of the whole world that we live in. And so I'm challenging you to believe that there is more out there for you. And just because you fell down, or just because you got knocked down, just because you got fired, just because you lost your job, or maybe you lost some income, you made some bad decisions, does not mean that is the belief you have to hold on to. It is up to you, but it's going to take time and it's going to take steps to get there. All right? So believe in yourself, believe in what you're capable of, and we'll talk to you another day.